So I want to share some ways on how you can bring in an extra $1,000 a month as a graphic designer so you don't go into 2024 being broke. And I just want to genuinely share some ways that I have actually used in my freelance business. And so if you apply those ideas, then they can really actually help you. You just got to put in the effort. It's not going to be easy, but I believe these ideas are doable if you're a freelancer, a graphic designer, a solopreneur, and you want to run a full-time design business. So my first one is a pretty obvious one, is offering design services. So if you're a graphic designer, a logo designer, maybe you have like a branding package, or maybe you do like print design, like posters and flyers and business cards and that type of stuff. I recommend having a core package that you offer. Typically for me, I'll have like a logo and brand identity package that I charge for the whole thing, where I do, strategy, I do the logo, the colors, the typography. I do some brand assets, so it'd be like a brand business card, stationery, that type of stuff. And then usually I hand off the files. Now, what I do recommend is doing a subscription service. Now, the reason why you want to do a subscription service, it means consistent work and consistent pay for you. And not only that, it constantly delivers value to your client because they have you for, say, a set 20 hours a week or a month. Or you can just do unlimited design, say charge like $2,000 a month, or you can do like $500 a month where you can just do unlimited, say business card designs or logos, or it can be anything. Like you can just do generic design service, but try and limit it to say 1 task a day or, 2 tasks. Try and set those boundaries, but that's one idea that you can implement because it will provide stability to you and also provide value to your client. They'll probably have heaps of design stuff that they need done, and they can just, hey, because they already pay you up front for the month, they can just message you like, hey, I need this task done, can you do it? And then you just do it and you're good to go. So design services are probably the best way to earn that extra cash. Next up, we got digital templates. Now, selling digital templates are a great way for your clients that want to sort of DIY, do it themselves. You can actually create Canva templates and sell that. And you might not like Canva, but to those who do like Canva, you can actually bundle up a bunch of templates, say social media posts for Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever, and you can actually sell that as a pack to your clients so they can just use those and design their own posts. Instead of, charging them for a service and you design the social media posts, they can go ahead and use your template with their branding on it and design their own stuff. So DIY Canva templates is one sort of template you can do. The next one is actually selling things like mockups, textures, fonts. I would recommend selling those either on your own store if you want sort of that full control. You can use something like Gumroad or Webflow to set up a store. And you can also use other platforms like You Work For Them, Creative Market, Design Cuts allows you to upload like a shop on there and sell products. So those are a few options that you do have. And another idea for logo designers specifically is you can actually sell old logos. So maybe you had a brand project, your client didn't like one of the concepts. You can actually package it up into like a mini identity or a logo kit and actually sell it out there, say for like $200 or $300 or whatever it is, to sort of startups. Maybe they're just starting out and they want something as a placeholder or like a logo there. You can do that as well to get that extra income. Just remember, it's always about getting leveraged income so that, it passively comes in over time and you don't have to do too much work later on. Now, the next one, you probably haven't done this before, but it's actually print on demand. So sites like Etsy do everything for you. All you got to do is upload your design or your artwork and they will put it on, say, mugs and pillows and posters for you. And then when someone buys from Etsy, then they send it off to the printer, and that printer deals with all the printing and ships it straight to the customer. So you don't have to deal with any stock. You don't have to deal with all the back end and the printing the files and all that stuff. All you got to do is just upload your design and they handle everything for you. This also works for Amazon. Amazon's got this cool thing called Amazon Merch on Demand. So basically, if you want to sell like things like t-shirts or, hats or anything to do with merch, you can actually upload your designs and then they take control of it and then they ship it via Amazon Prime, which is amazing. I think that's pretty cool. That's another way to sort of get, products out there and make some extra cash. It also works on Amazon if you sell Kindles or ebooks as well. That's another way to sort of generate some income there. Next up, we've got affiliate marketing. Now, you might feel like that's some scammy term or something, but it's actually not. It's just promoting someone else's product or brand. And so one example that I've used it in my business is a site called Logo Package Express. It's a plugin for Illustrator. I've been using this plugin for many, many years now since they launched, and it's great for logo designers. And so I always recommend it to people. And so what I do is when I recommend it to, say, a friend, I send them my affiliate link and then I get a cut. So typically it's like 30%. For example, maybe the product's $100. I get 30% back. So I get $30 if someone buys that product. And then the rest goes to the actual company. So that's another good way to generate income. You can post it on your content on, say, YouTube videos, or a short, post on Instagram. You can literally post on anywhere and share your link even on your website, and that's another good way to trickle in of some of that extra cash. Just remember, it's all about trying to get signups, and you got to promote it through content. Next one is for those who actually are growing an audience or already have an audience. It's actually brand sponsorships. So if you have thousands of people, say on LinkedIn or YouTube or Instagram, any platform really, you can actually reach out to a brand to do a collaboration, and then they will sponsor a piece of content or multiple pieces of content. It could be short form video, it could be a long form video, it could be, say, a Twitter post, it could be an Instagram story. Really, you can pitch anything you want, really. Whatever's best for the brand and for your audience and for what you're good at creating. Now, it only works if you do post content. So whether it's like educational, informational, or entertaining content on the platforms, it's going to be beneficial because the brand they want a lot of eyeballs on their content. They want brand awareness. So the more views you can get, it's going to be better for the brand. So you literally just have to reach out to brands. I typically just DM people on Instagram. It's like, hey, do you want to collaborate? I've got 100,000 on Instagram. I think we're a good fit. Happy to get on a call. And then we start negotiating over a call or an email. And then, I usually do like a package, say YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that. And yeah, I think it's fun working with brands. You have full control over what you create. All you got to do is just mention the brand in the post. So that's another great way. Next, we have a membership. So building a community of like-minded individuals. It can be creatives, designers, whatever you want, really. You can offer something using Patreon, say $5 a month, or even using the membership function on YouTube if you have a YouTube channel. And someone can say, pay $5 a month, $10 or whatever it is, and you basically give them value. So it's an exchange of value. So you might give them bonus content or tutorials. Maybe they get free wallpapers, or you give them a free download every month. Maybe you have a live call every month. You really got to think outside that box on what would be beneficial to that audience. It's all about building a private community and then offering something of value. And it's a good way to generate monthly income, because say if you have like 50 people and at $10 a month, that is $500 a month. That's pretty good. Now, next one of my favorite ones is YouTube. Now, you would only do this if you're willing to play the long game, because long term is beneficial, because YouTube is a bit of a grind building up your skills in video creation, editing, content creation, all that type of stuff. But if you can build that audience and be consistent, you can actually make money from AdSense. But then this also works well with things like affiliate marketing and brand sponsorship. So that's why I think YouTube's really good, because you can add on these other income streams on top of that. So you can see here, AdSense pays me out. Sometimes I make $1,000, sometimes it's 500. It's great because it adds that extra layer of income to my overall income. Now, next we've got online video courses. So maybe you have a specific skill or maybe a certain style that you can't really replicate. You can teach it in a video course, an online course, an email course, or even just a mini course like an hour long, and you can teach that skill. You can go on the software, teach a tutorial type of thing. And so I think this is a great way to not only share your knowledge with others, but also earn a bit of extra income. Now, if you were to do this, you can do it on your own platform or do it on sites like Teachable, Udemy, or Skillshare. These are probably the best sites to use because it has everything ready to go. You just upload your content and set up your profile, and it makes it a lot easier to just get started instead of trying to worry about all these other things. Another method is using Gumroad. That's a way to get the payment platform. And you can upload courses to there as well. So that's what I would recommend. But, things that would be valuable to others, teaching, a specific design hack or technique, etc. Next, you've got Freelance Job Boards. I personally don't do this one too much because it is very saturated and you need to have, reviews. But sometimes people grind on these platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, and you can get some clients. But, it's a bit of hit and miss. It's not